Kimberly here, and I want to show you a really great technique. I love die cutting, but sometimes it's fun to stamp with your dies. So what I did is I took these dies from Spellbinders and a sheet of craft foam from my craft store, and I cut all these pieces out. Fun foam goes so easy through your die cutting machine. It's amazing how clean it cuts. I mean, look at all the details there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this fun foam into a stamp. I'm going to take my acrylic block and just some good old-fashioned double stick tape. I'm going to apply the double stick tape to my block, and you can tuck the ends down or leave them off. It doesn't matter. And you're going to stick that piece of foam into the tape, and do it the long way so that as much of the foam is covered from the tape so that it holds it in place when you're going to apply ink to it and stamp with it. I'm going to do this technique today with Distress Oxide inks, and the reason I'm doing this is because of the pigment property that they have, meaning that the color that they have is thicker. So if you try to do this with regular dye-based ink on dark cardstock, it's not going to turn out. So use a pigment-based ink. I'm going to put my stamp, my new stamp that I've created, into my ink pad and ink it up. It is going to take a little bit to get the ink into this stamp that you've created with the foam. It's a different surface than you're used to stamping with, so go ahead and really work the ink into the surface of the foam. Once you get it inked up, then it's real quick and easy to go ahead and add more ink to your image. I'm going to stamp down my image and hold it in place for just a little bit, trying to make sure that I don't rock that block and keep it even, and there we go. Look at how cool that looks on the dark cardstock. Can you believe we're stamping with a die? I just love this. I think it's really cool. Once again, I'm going to ink up my stamp that I've made with my foam and go ahead and apply it to the cardstock. I'm going to continue doing this pattern all around my sheet of cardstock, just randomly moving the leaf around and adding it where I like it. And I also like to change the direction of my leaves too. So you'll see I'm going to turn my cardstock and turn my image around and really try to make this an interesting pattern on my cardstock. Once I finish up with this color, I'm going to go ahead and grab this longer leaf here. Once again, I'm going to grab that good old-fashioned double stick tape and an acrylic block. And I want to make sure that my block is big enough to support my image here. I will apply the tape to the block, and then I'm going to apply the foam to that tape, again trying to get as much of that foam onto the tape as possible so that it stays in place and stays secure. Once again, I'm going to use a Distress Oxide ink and get this all inked up. I love this color. This is the Twisted Citron, and it's such a bright, fun color. And adding this different color over the top with this leaf shape adds some pretty amazing dimension to this background. And I think that's what I'm so excited about, is all the dimension I got. There you can see I'm just checking to make sure I have enough ink on my foam image. I'm going to go ahead and stamp onto my cardstock once again. And I have to move things around. I have no idea why. This is what I do when I stamp and create backgrounds. So here we go. You can stamp this down and you can see how cool this turns out. And now I'm just finishing off my background, trying to add some more leaves in different directions, moving them around and layering them so that I get even more depth out of this background. I'm just so excited. I can't believe I'm using a die to create this stamped background like this. One thing I wanted to show you really quickly is how easy it is to take this off your block. Go ahead and just peel the tape up and then peel it right off your block and go ahead and throw it away. I try not to mix ink colors on these too much because I don't want to contaminate my ink pad. I'm going to finish off the card here by using this really interesting flower looking image and some picked raspberry Distress Oxide ink. I'm holding it up close so you can see I need to check my nooks and crannies. I'm going to stamp this image in some of my open spots and where some of my leaves meet up together. Look at how amazingly that pink pops off there. It's so cool. So there you go. I'm showing you how to use your dies to create stamps of all things and to create a very cool background. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you want to keep watching more videos about paper crafting tutorials that are easy to do but have amazing results and beautiful results every time, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Thanks for stopping by today, and have fun using your dies to create stamps. If you're interested in any of the supplies I've used in this video today, make sure you look in the video description underneath. I've got links right there for you.